What's up, guys? Mike here from the Good Brothers from Mercado, Airwaves, Sportsman and Couch, Murder Mysteries and More, Outreach Radio Chicago, everywhere in the universe. We're here live in the Chicago studio, and as you can hear in the background right now, they are giving away the Oscar nominations. We are at original score right now, so we are just going to sit here and relax. Live time record this. You guys can see any interruptions I have at work, but more importantly, we'll see who gets nominated for the big awards.
For Best Animated Short Film, here are the nominees. Shara, Daughter. Hair Love.
Animated short right now.
Kit Bull. Memorable. And Sister. Do you have a sister?
I do not.
I won.
For Best Live Action Short Film, The Branch nominates Brotherhood, Nefta Football Club, The Neighbor's Window.
So I guess the real question comes down to, if you're curious about it, is does Todd Phillips get a directing nomination? Is Booksmart included in this? Who, if anybody from The Irishman gets Snow? Supporting actor. Here we go.
Supporting role are Tom Hanks in A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Tom Hanks, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood.
Anthony Hopkins in The Two Popes.
Anthony Hopkins in The Two Popes.
Al Pacino in The Irishman.
Al Pacino, The Irishman.
Joe Pesci in The Irishman.
Joe Pesci, The Irishman.
And Brad Pitt in
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So I guess Anthony Hopkins is the one that we really didn't see coming.
We still have more nominee announcements. We'll be back at exactly 5:30.
So we are about 5 minutes away from them continuing on the nominations. So I guess what we'll do is we'll press pause here for right now, and we'll get back to it. I'll edit this all down so it tries to go as smoothly as possible. But right now, it is 7:25 in the great city of Chicago. I'm Mike Mercado on Mercado Airwaves. The Good Brothers, we're doing a live video recording as we are seeing the 2019-2020 Oscar nominations, the 92nd annual Oscar nominations. And it's pretty fun because, obviously, as a sports fan, you know how much I love championship season. We're getting into the NFC and AFC championship games next week, the Super Bowl in a few weeks, the NBA Finals in a few months, and obviously the Stanley Cup. We have the Masters, and to kind of kick it all off is the Oscars. So very excited about that, but we'll go ahead and press pause right now. We'll get back to it. Stick with us. Alrighty, guys, we're back from the break, and before we started recording, they did announce the supporting actresses role. We got Kathy Bates in Richard Jewell, Laura Dern in Marriage Story, Scarlett Johansson in Jojo Rabbit, Florence Pugh in Little Women, and Margot Robbie in Bombshell. So very interesting to see how that played off for the Academy. I did not think it was going to be... I guess that was going to be the field that was most upended when it comes to who could have won it. But very surprising to see Margot Robbie get as much love as she did. But, doesn't surprise me. So we're waiting on right now for the nominations to get back in. And if you're wondering, the voices that you hear when it's not me is Issa Rae and John Cho are the ones presenting. So here we go. We're coming back. See what other big awards they have yet to give. Very interesting so far. So supporting actress, supporting actor, we already kind of have an idea. And I'm actually going to go on the Twitter. And I'll go on the Academy's Twitter. And let me see if there's anything else we missed that you guys might find interesting. All right, here we go.
For those just joining us, good morning. And for those watching, welcome back. You already know it. The Academy's documentary branch oversees two categories. First, the nominees for Best Documentary.
So we're at documentary.
American Factory.
And it's funny because people were asking me, it's like, why do I get so excited about Oscar nominations? I mean, it's very subjective. Movies are subjective, all understandably. To me, it's kind of like Selection Sunday. it's like, so many people put in so much work to get to this moment. And the beautiful thing about sports is you can defend your other guy. Like for example, everybody who watched football here in the United States or around the world, the Texans could have stopped Kansas City, theoretically, right? After being up 24-0. They could have played defense. They could have stopped Patrick Mahomes. If you're Todd Phillips, if you're Joaquin Phoenix, if you're Martin Scorsese, Joe Pesci, Al Pacino, Margot Robbie, it doesn't matter. Regina King, everybody, does not matter. You can't play defense against somebody else's performance. All you can do is your absolute best. Give your absolute best at that moment and see how it ends up playing out, right? And it's funny, I was listening to Kobe Bryant on All the Smoke with Steve Jackson and Matt Barnes on Showtime. Great sports podcast, great basketball podcast if you're interested in anything like that. But you hear Kobe talk about it. He's like, it's one of those rare moments that once you've been acknowledged, it's out of your hands. And all you can hope is that the academy or whoever's judging it gives you that type of recognition or gives you the award. But the recognition in its own right is pretty unbelievable, to really think like, how many movies get made? How many movies get made? And only 5 nominations for actors, actresses in supporting and leading roles, and then possibly 10 movies. I mean, think about how many movies come out in a given week, let alone we're picking 10. Not every year that we pick 10. So we're in production design right now. Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite are all for production design. We're waiting to see where we're all going out. And also, as I see John Cho here, how amazing is that Harold and Kumar? One was working for the president's office, and now the other one is like a huge movie star. We have film editing. Very interesting. Let's see how we go here. We'll go ahead and put on the volume. Ford v. Ferrari, probably going to be nominated for Best Picture.
The Irishman.
Probably going to be nominated for Best Picture in The Irishman.
Jojo Rabbit.
Jojo Rabbit might get nominated for an Oscar, I believe so. Joker, yeah.
And Parasite.
Parasite, great movies. What a strong year. What a strong year in film.
Great. For achievement in cinematography, the
cinematography, a big one. One of my favorite awards.
The Irishman.
Beautifully shot movie.
Joker.
Again, all stylistic, of course.
The
Lighthouse, okay.
1917.
Yeah, big war movie.
And Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, and of course, all the scenes that you're seeing of Sunset Boulevard. Yeah, that makes sense.
You got this? We're doing great.
I do.
We're killing it.
Are we?
Nominate us.
All right, yeah.
They are killing it. Good for them.
The Academy's Visual Effects branch nominates the following
Avengers
films
Endgame,
for
Star
achievement in
Wars.
Visual effects. Avengers Endgame.
Yep. Rise of Skywalker.
The Irishman.
Yeah, because of the de-aging, The Irishman.
The Lion King.
That old movie CGI, that better win. It's not live action.
1917.
A war movie, 1917, sure.
And Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, that makes sense. So this is probably going to go to Avengers or The Lion King?
For achievement in makeup and hairstyling,
Ooh, another
the
big
members
one.
of this branch nominate the following films. Bombshell.
Yeah. I mean,
Joker.
Judy. I wish we saw more love for Judy.
Maleficent, Mistress of Evil.
Maleficent found a way.
And 1917.
Yeah. So a lot of the same names you've been seeing. A lot of Oscar nominations for 1917.
Best animated feature film is voted on by the short films and feature animation branch, as well as members of the animation community across all branches. Here are the nominees.
Here we go.
How to Train Your Dragon, The Hidden World.
Great series. So underrated. How to Train Your Dragon.
I Lost My Body.
Never seen it.
Klaus.
Never seen Klaus. I mean, heard of
Missing
it.
Link.
Missing Link.
And Toy Story 4.
Well, there's your winner, Toy Story 4. So it's between How to Train Your Dragon and Toy Story 4, right?
For achievement in original song, the music branch nominates I Can't Let You Throw Yourself Away from Toy Story 4.
Great songs in that movie.
I'm Gonna Love Me Again from Rocket Man. I'm Standing With You from Breakthrough.
Never heard of that one? Check it out.
Into the from Frozen 2.
Yeah, I mean, Frozen 2, no nomination for Best Animated
from
Feature.
Harriet.
Interesting.
Frosty songwriter here.
The Writers Branch oversees 2 categories.
Adapted
First,
Screenplay.
Here are the nominees for writing adapted screenplay.
All right, let's see.
The Irishman, Stephen Zalian.
Okay. There's a big conversation. These 2 next ones with me and the good
Taika
brother Alex.
Waititi.
Jojo Rabbit. Okay. Okay.
Joker, Todd Phillips and Scott Silver.
Yeah, Joker.
Little Women, Greta Gerwig.
Shout out Greta Gerwig and Little Women.
And the 2 Popes, Anthony McCartan.
2 Popes racking it up with someone.
Brandon slipped in there.
Yeah. And for writing, original screenplay,
Here we go.
the members of
Big
the
one.
branch nominate. Knives Out, Ryan Johnson.
Knives Out. Well deserved, Ryan Johnson. Marriage Story.
Noah
Well done.
Baumbach.
Wow. Already.
1917, Sam Mendes,
1917.
Christy Wilson Cairns.
Think about these 3 movies already.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Holy
Quentin Tarantino.
cow. That would make sense too.
And Parasite, Bong Joon-ho, Han Jin-won.
Wow. Strong year.
I'm so proud of you. For performance by an actor in a leading role,
Here we go, leading
Actors
actor.
Branch nominates Antonio Banderas in Pain and Glory,
Antonio Banderas?
Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Who did they snub?
Adam Driver in Marriage Story,
Oh, who did they snub?
Joaquin
Joaquin
Phoenix in
Phoenix.
Joker,
Adam Driver deserves this nomination.
and Jonathan Pryce in The 2 Popes.
No Robert De Niro.
For performance by an actress in a leading
No
role,
Robert De
the Actors
Niro.
Branch
Leading
nominates
actress.
Cynthia Erivo in Harriet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Scarlett Johansson in Marriage.
ScarJo with 2 nominations, like we called.
Saoirse Ronan in Little Women.
Okay, Little Women getting some representation.
Charlize Theron.
Charlize Theron from Bombshell. All right, Bombshell getting some more love. 2 nominations for
Renee
acting.
Zellweger in Judy.
And Renee Zellweger, probably the favorite to win this one for Judy. Wow.
For achievement in directing, the Directors Branch of the
There you go,
Academy
directing.
nominates The Irishman, Martin Scorsese,
Yep. Scorsese for The Irishman.
Joker, Todd Phillips,
Todd Phillips for The Joker.
1917,
Sam Mendes, 1917.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood,
Quentin Tarantino got one for Once Upon a Time. Let's see if Ryan Johnson.
And Parasite, Bong
Bong Joon-ho. That was the other one. All right. So we have an idea.
And finally, all voting members of the Academy have nominated the following films
Best Picture.
for Best Picture.
Here we go.
Ford versus Ferrari. Peter
Ford
Jordan,
v.
Jenna Talbot,
Ferrari.
and James Mangold.
Let's see how many they go. They got up to 10. Holy cow. Ford v. Ferrari. The
Martin
Irishman.
Scorsese, Robert De Niro, Jane Rosenthal, and Emma Tillinger-Koskov.
The questions are Parasite, Knives Out, Booksmart, Jojo Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit.
And
Taika Waititi, baby.
Joker, Todd Phillips,
Joker.
Bradley Cooper, and Emma Tillinger-Koskov, producers.
Little Women.
Little
Amy Pascal,
Women.
Producer.
Little Women did end up getting some love. So we're at 5.
Marriage Story.
Marriage
Noah
Story.
Baumbach
The
and
little
David
engine
Hayman,
that could did it.
1917.
Sam Mendes, baby.
Harris, Jane and
7.
and Callum McDougall, producers.
Did I do 3 more?
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Once Upon
David
a Time
Hayman,
in Hollywood.
Shannon McIntosh and Quentin Tarantino, producers.
2 more spots. Knives Out, Booksmart,
And Parasite. Kwak Shin-e.
Parasite got in. That's it. 9 nominations. Ford v. Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. Wow. there's a lot. Obviously, this is just breaking now. I'm in the middle of my workday here in the beautiful city of Chicago at NewsWeb Radio. But I guess really fast, we have to talk about Knives Out not really getting any love between Rian Johnson's directing and, of course, the movie itself. We didn't see any nominations for Robert De Niro from The Irishman. So obviously there's going to be a lot of talk about a lot of different movies throughout the next few weeks, but very interesting to see how this all played out. And I am super excited to break this down on the next episode of The Good Brothers. Let us know what you thought. Some surprises. Antonio Banderas, that one. And I'm so happy Adam Driver got a nomination. It's truly one of my favorite actors in the industry. But two guys who were at least one, and Adam Driver, who's a dark horse to get nominated. Antonio Banderas, I did not think was going to get in this nomination, but shout out to Banderas. But guys, that is it. We're going to break this all down in the next episode of The Good Brothers. So make sure you guys are following us wherever you get your favorite podcasts or on YouTube, everywhere at Mercado Airwaves. Thank you all so much. I'm on Twitter at Mike M Media, on Instagram at Mike Mercado Media. The podcast is at Good Brothers Pod. The network is at Mercado Airwaves on Twitter and on Facebook. Alex is at Mercado21 Alex and at Mercado2121. Mercado2121 is on Instagram. Mercado21 Alex is on Twitter. Lovino Comanche is at Typing1 Tipsy on all social media, so check her out there. Check out our true crime show. We have a podcast that's really fun on Instagram at Murder, Mysteries, and More. But that'll do it for us, guys. We love you all so much. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Kick this ass week, and we will see you on the next episode of The Good Brothers on everything on the Mercado Airwaves Network. I'm Mike Mercado.